Hey guys, for all the details on this straight salt and pepper unit from LuvMe Hair, make sure to keep watching.
My rules, big moves. Y'all heavy on the tweeting. I'll disappear a whole season like, who said they looking for me? I'ma make you wait for it. Spend a few racks on a shopping spree.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie. In today's video, we are getting into another unit from LuvMe Hair, and it is a salt and pepper unit. This is the unit that I am going to be installing today, reviewing for you today, giving you all the specs, all the information that you need to know about this unit. It is pretty long. So before I hop into the unit, I want to show you everything that came in the box with it, and then we'll get into the specs, and then I'll go ahead and install. So in the box, we have a letter from the founder, Helena. Love me for you, born for you, existing for you, unbox to love and shine bright. A pack of HD wig caps, a purple mesh bag to help store the unit with the drawstring top, a purple LuvMe hair clip, some purple Velcro strips. These are really good for like if you're doing tape-ins or clip-ins. A LuvMe hair beauty blender, a wig box label, an elastic band that goes in the inside of the unit, and a thank you brochure that shows how to care for the hair, the return policies, wig care tips, and their contact information. So before we get into the specs of this unit, I want to show you the construction. So it comes with the lace pre-cut off, and it is minimal lace. So we only have lace right here in the parting space for a middle part and a little bit around the hairline. We also have two combs in the front, one in the back. We have the adjustable straps. And then I told you we have an elastic band here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put that in the inside of the unit. Now, when elastic bands do not come pre-attached, they are super easy to install. So the unit has these little hooks on the inside. So all that we are going to do is just slide the elastic band through this little hook. And then we're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side. Easy peasy. So now we have our elastic band in there. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and provide you the specs of this unit. So again, this unit was sent to me from LuvMe Hair. It is their salt and pepper straight glueless minimalist HD lace T-part gray wig, and it comes with the pre-cut lace. So this unit comes in 3 different lengths, 14 inches, 16 inches, as well as 18 inches. Now, I'm not really 100% sure what the length of this one is. I believe it's the 18-inch length, but let me just give you the price of all of them. So for 14 inches, it's $139.90. For the 16 inches, $164.90. And for the 18 inches, $189.90. Plus, you know, I have you covered with the promo code SNH28, gets you 28% off any unit you decide to purchase from LuvMe Hair. So density on this unit is 180%. Yes, it can be worn glueless. It is a medium cap size, so about 22.5 inches. The color is a salt and pepper. It is a true salt and pepper. It is not brown mixed with gray. It is a true salt and pepper unit. As you saw, it comes with that middle part, HD lace, and it is human hair. And they recommend not to use heat over 370 degrees when you're using like hot tools. So like a curling iron, hot comb, flat iron, whatever you decide to put on this unit. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start by installing. So I'm gonna put this elastic band around the back of my head, and I'll install it, walking you through it, and then when I style it up, I am going to do a voiceover just so I'm not holding you here all day. But I'm going to turn around so I can show you in the back. So I do have just a nude wig cap. I did not put the HD wig cap on because those are super duper tight on my head. I don't know why they're so small, but they are so extremely small. So I'm just placing this back comb in the back of my hair. Just sliding it over that elastic band, placing it in the nape of my hair. Okay. And so I am going to install these front combs as well. And do want to let you know that this unit has the traditional ear tabs. So we do not have the C-shaped ear tabs on this unit. But I am installing these front combs in the front of my hair. Now the ear tabs do not fall where I need them to, so I'm just going to tuck them under, make it a little more comfortable for me. Okay. And here we go. So here is the unit, just completely glueless, straight out of the box. I did not co-wash or anything. So here it is. I am going to grab a comb, style this up, and then we'll get into the pros and cons. All right, guys, so I'm going to start by just spraying some Sebastian Hair Shaper Spray, which is a light holding spray around the parting space as well as around the hairline, so I can use my hot comb to make sure everything is nice and super duper flat here at the top. I'm also going to take that around the hairline as well to push the hair back, make sure it's flat and nice and the hairline looks natural. And now just a quick comb through with my brush, and I'm going to step back so you can see exactly how long this unit is. Now this unit is 16 inches, but I am going to cut the ends of this hair just to make sure that everything is nice and even and full at the bottom. So I'm just combing all the hair straight down and then just taking my shears and cutting across in a line. I did not put any kind of layers or any face framing in this unit. I just want a straight blunt cut. That's it. And I'm going to do the same exact thing on the other side. All right, so now that this baby is trimmed up, I'm going to start at the back of the unit, use my flat iron. This is my Bioionic flat iron, and just putting a slight bend into the hair. And I'm just taking medium-sized sections and doing the same thing all over this unit. It really didn't need for me to take small sections, so just medium-sized sections and just putting a slight bend into it. All right, so this is what one side looks like. I'm going to do the same exact thing on the other side. All right, so now that everything is flat ironed, I am going to put some powder right here in the parting space. And this is Maybelline Fit Me powder in the color 330. And I'm using an angled brush just to brush that powder to tint that lace right there in the parting space. And now I'm going to take my contour powder in a dark shade and brush this with a flat brush right there around the hairline to tint the lace on my forehead. And this process has been working pretty well for me. That lace just blended right into my makeup. So this is the final look. I'm going to turn around so I can show you all angles. So of course the side and the back, just look how flowy and bouncy the hair is. And here is the front again. Also, I do want to give you a close-up of the texture and the color. And as you saw, I did not spray or glue this unit down, so just a close-up so you can see this unit is 100% glueless. All right, but that is it for this install. All right, guys, so that was the install and this is the final look. So let's go ahead and just hop right into the pros and cons, and then we'll go ahead and just close out this video. So pro number one for me is the style of this unit. I really love the length of this unit. And I did cut just like a little bit off the ends just to make everything even at the bottom, but it's like a long bob and I really love that style about it. So it comes in this beautiful salt and pepper color. So if you have not checked out my salt and pepper series, you may want to check that out. I'll put a link to that down in the description box. I've done a lot of salt and pepper units from LuvMe Hair, and this is just the latest one. So texture is very nice. It's very natural. It's not super duper silky straight, but it's got like a little bit of texture to it. And I think that's just because of the color. The way that they have to process the hair to achieve this type of color. But it's really soft. It is a very soft. My fingers are just gliding right through it. And I have not received any shedding with this unit whatsoever. So the only little bits of hair that you are seeing is from when I cut the hair. But other than that, this unit has not shed whatsoever. And it's 180% density, so it's a lot of hair on this unit. As you saw when I turned around, it's a lot of hair on this unit. So it's super duper full and it does not shed. So all positives there. As you saw, I am wearing this unit completely glueless. I did not even use my Sebastian hair shaper spray, which I normally use to like hold down the lace. But as you saw, everything is completely glueless. I did not spray, I did not glue, I did not melt, I did not do anything to this unit. This is just pretty much just straight out of the box. So I did flat iron the ends. It takes heat very well. And as I said before, you want to be mindful of the amount of heat that you're putting on here as far as the temperature. So you want to stay 370 degrees or lower than that. So that's what I tried to stay around when I used the hot comb as well as the flat iron on this hair. But this is super duper cute. I absolutely love this look. The parting space looks amazing. I love that this unit is very, very minimalistic. It is beginner friendly, good for anyone. We only have lace right here in the parting space and a little bit right here around the hairline, and that is it. That's all the lace that you have on this unit. So you really, really don't have to worry about a lot of maintenance and a lot of skills to install this unit. You are good to go any skill level with this unit. This unit comes in 3 different lengths. So again, 14 inches, 16 inches, 18 inches. I believe this is 18 inches. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'll put that down in the description box, the exact length that this is. But this unit is affordable. It is beginner friendly. It is like a put on and go unit. You really don't have a lot that you have to really worry about with this unit. Now, the only negative that I have on this is I wish it had the C-shaped ear tabs, because I did have to tuck those ear tabs under just so for my own sanity, so the unit is comfortable on my head. But as far as like the size of the unit, it's very comfortable here in the back, no gappage or anything like that. Just those little pesky ear tabs, but that is it as far as negatives on this unit. Everything else is a go and it's positive. It's absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous unit. So that pretty much sums up this video. I'm going to go ahead and just wrap it up at this point. Make sure to check out the description box. I'll put a link to LuvMe Hair's website, a link to this gorgeous salt and pepper straight unit. Of course, my promo code SNH28 gets you 28% off this unit and any other unit you decide to purchase from LuvMe Hair. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, send a friend, and I will see you all next time.